This drop fuck. I didn't want to do that.
Once, I wrote the history of Tsushima. Now, I write of the battle for its survival. Something cruel, something horrible threatens the people of our island. The ghosts of our fallen samurai have returned, called from another world to save us. When the Mongols landed on our shores, they unleashed a terrible host of Oni upon the land. These demons were a threat to our very souls, and the ghosts of Tsushima rose to fight it. Some say there is only one ghost, but in fact there are many. First, I will tell you of the samurai. They fought for their honor, family, and home. Samurai do not know fear and bravely meet any challenge.
I don't want to do this. That's what I want to do. I want to do single player. Alright, let's do this.
Looking for me?
I want to make sure my... Wait,
そちらの精鋭を出せ。
there you go.
Shit's a
I... Fuck. Hello, Mama Bird. Cooks, please. Welcome in. Right.
慎重に勝負
Okay, we'll try this again. I'm not letting go of the
ふぬけばかりか
bucket.
Terhachu! Guarda! Tishe! We don't know! Not a hot! 내게 못 어이! 나서! Der Mumbai-Stadler! Difficult build! Zum Werk deine Hand! 나서 돌근 나서 숨어 피시 Solari Cel Hirriagor 이걸 어이로 먹었나? 거의 Korrektsik namkom just. 나서! 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 돌근! 나서! 어서! Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Тэр биш байж. Явцгааж гэхдээ болгоомжтой. Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Ой, өнөөхийг олоо. Бари. Hayır. You're in him, Ben. Ready? Let's go. Тэр тэнд байгаа юу? Тэнд рагдах гүл бинда. Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Би харлаа. Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Камник отстой. Самурай Солари Цел. Тернашил. Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа. Очиж бари. Алцчихлаа. Дашо! 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 буцаад ирж байна. Ой, өнөөхийг чаа.
Okay, so I got 21, 3, 1 out of 24. So I do want to see the other places I need to liberate. So, okay, so let's see what I have. I have that one, I have this one, I have the village, I have these 3. Okay. Hmm. I did. Wait.
Maybe I can help people save hundreds by customizing car insurance if they're being insured. We ordered a limit. Do that too.
Says you have that for the wait. Oh, I'm confused. So let's see. So I this one. For these 3, okay. Got that one. Right here. I think
逃がしてやる。
家族が皆殺しにされました。
気の毒に。
どこで襲われた？
四つ辻です。通る者は捕らえられ、下人にならない弱い者は切り捨てられました。
俺が敵を討とう。家族を弔ってやれ。
Nice. Let's go. Oh. I need to update for 1 second. Out to the east. Alright.
家族が案じています。このまま死ぬのかと思っていました。
来い。
Hey Tim. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it. Hey, if you're not busy, would you want to join the Discord call and just talk about stuff? Let me know if you want to. I'm more than happy to have a guest on while I play games. Give me a moment because my webcam is acting funky and it's killing my vibe. 1 second. I'm in live. So you could come by and we could talk for a bit. You might have to carry the conversation a little bit, but I don't mind. I like to have people on while I play. Anywho, let's continue. Okay.
Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа.
Okay, but they
Ямар нэг юм харгу.
didn't do anything.
Тэнд байна. Хаан, явж туслая. Тийм ээ. Хамаа батнаа. Тэр тэнд байгаа юу?
Юу малка?
Уцээ. Ямар тааш бэлэн байгаарай.
Ахаар өчрөө өгтөр боловно.
Нэг гусам тавьлаа. Ой, өнөөхийг сумтар авааснаас чирсэн.
Солариксай.
Бич бас.
Бетта.
Ой, өнөөхийг чи харлаа.
That was easy. That was easy. Ooh. I got that one. I'll be around 12:15. What do you think, buddy? Do you think?
Very celestial. Bottom line is that car came out beautiful. Owner loves it. He did really well with it. It's local show. I drove here too. And like I said, we're getting another parking lot and introduce very soon. So there you go, folks. That is the so with those seven favorite. So just do it like a pinch, a little longer. Maybe a little up to it and take it. It's down that way to go for a while. So it's back to a whole back. But if you actually go to look at sexy, I call it sexy. If I can say that. 71 foot. Beautiful car, white top, white fence. Right next to it, we're going
How far is this?
Yosh, Kage.
I'm on it. Outstanding. Very good. Yeah. Right.
Little mistake. I'm sure anybody could have done that. Sure.
Secondarians.
So, yep. Give it a shot. It's fine. It's in 1985. Pretty sure they're celebrating what? A conversation? Spend less time fist bumping and high fiving and more time paying attention to the wolf in the battery.
Okay, good.
Stop this one. Charge the battery.
Now we have the. Oh, we look at techniques.
This is the slow motion version. There she is.
Fiery and unblockable summon.
We need to celebrate.
Oh, got that. So, sprint break. That.
Yes. Okay. So we're actually running this off of a jumper box right now because we don't have the car completely wired yet, and the jumper box just not got enough charge in it to
What's this one?
power the top the way it should. So probably because I came in here this morning and ran 4
Oh, okay.
times on
I got
jumper
that one.
box.
Okay, so we need to do techniques.
It takes a lot. It takes a lot. So let's do it exactly. Yep. It's laying down perfect. Yep. Running nice and smooth. Everyone says. Yeah.
Need more Google Beans. Yeah. And now I just have to look at the map again to see what I'm missing, because I need to see I need 2 more ports. And I'm finished with this area. So chances are, let's see. Give me a second. So, go back a little bit. There you go. So, I have these 3. I have that. I have that. I have that. Okay. Okay. That's this. I have this. Yes. I think I know where to go. Somewhere over here. Let's go for a ride. Thank you all thank you guys for coming, I really do appreciate it.
없어. 랜드맨 한. Just ready. Reach bus. 소소스 메르노.
이 자식이.
다시 여기.
お侍猛虎に神聖なる森を切り尽くされてしまいます。
俺に任せておけ。お主は隠れろ。난 내게 못 없어. 시간. 사무라이
I can.
잠을 내게 말고. 벗어! 나서! 벗어! 나서! 나서!
That sucks.
腕試しと行くぞ。
Correct shit, nam kom jum.
너 극자 harta.
Yep. I'm pretty good at this, guys. Pretty good. Okay. Oh, there's more. Is that the proper one? Over here, okay. Love that finisher.
待たせてしまったな。どこで捕まった？
カシネの浜ですが、今や猛虎の船の泊まり場です。
本土での戦に備え、船を修繕しておるのだろう。しばらく浜には近づくな。
This game is beautiful. This game is beautiful. Okay, top of the thing. Holy shit. 1 second. Wait a minute. Okay. It is the bottom of the ninth. And that's top of the ninth for the Toronto Blue Jays. 1 second. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. Let's go, baby.
Stitch Fix makes shopping easy. Just share your size, style, and budget, and your stylist and personalized looks right to your door. Stitch Fix, online personal styling for everyone. You're indeed could be in your head. But for too long, elegant eating meds have been obsessed with your plumbing. Even if you go to the start that stays in your brain before anything even pushes. That's why we made Lugia Ready, the first eating med that works on both brain and body, with sildenafil and tadalafil to help optimize your body's natural response, and apomorphine to complement that reaction in your brain. So, don't just get a reaction. Get ready.
Everyone loves to find surprising presents under the tree. And WeatherTech gifts are always special too. Vehicles are protected with laser-measured flow effects for the front and rear. Plus a cargo liner for the rear. A seat protector for dirty messes. And with the pet feeding system, he'll eat safely his entire life. And a cup to make sure the phone is secure while driving. Find these fear-friendly gifts or get a gift card instantly at WT.com.
Ooh.
How do we fix something that feels so broken? You know, marriage is so hard, but I just can't give up. I love him.
First of all, you can see there's a new look up front. New dual headlamps, new circular parking lights, and a storm shield under the bumper. The new wheels are exciting. Kuga here features a colored wheel, available in 9 body colors. Very unusual. Headless side glass is a stylish feature which also affords better visibility for driver and passengers. Door handles are flush with the body, adding to the streamlining and to convenience in opening the wide doors. The fold look with 16.7-inch rear
Those were headshots.
by Kuga's black paint with relocated back is a safety improvement. More support. There's no dents, no dings. The frame rails look like brand new. I mean, literally, these what they call the frame horn section of it. No damage, no nothing. I mean, look carefully at it because it's as close to mint as you're gonna get. Almost like an NOS body. If I'm a body man, I'm loving this car. The reason why is, yeah, it's got parking lot games. It's got some rasher in the headlight doors. It's got some areas that need attention that you'll see somebody park their car. Even back in the old days, I used to park my Charger way out in the back 40 because I didn't want somebody swinging the door into it and putting a ding in my door. Well, this car back in those days did receive a few parking lot dings up and down the side of it, or flying debris or rock chip from the trucker up in front of you, kicks up a stone and hits it. But when you total all those up, all that wreckage, it doesn't begin to compare to a car that has seen the average life. Now, the average life wouldn't be an outboard start because all the panels were burned off of it. It needed to have all of it replaced. But a lot of cars that come in that look pretty darn nice before they get shipped out come back and they don't look so nice. The 69 GTX that we did, the B5 blue over white interior, beautiful car. Here's this beautiful quarter panel. Doesn't look bad at all. You can stab it with a screwdriver and you can put it right through the Bonda. That's more common than the car that you see in front of you. Any of the cars that we've done in the past, usually, unless they're an original paint car, have sins of the previous father underneath the paint somewhere. It's wonderful when you strip something down, and the only evidence underneath that paint is whatever manufacturer. Dial lines above the way down the side, they all intersect, showing you kind of a rudimentary sheet metal alignment, so it's not to perfect its own gaps. You know, oh, it's rubbish, it's got a wide gap. He just didn't land it. Well, this is a tutorial about
Damn.
to look for and the areas to look for. It's a 71, so it has studded include containers right here that are going to hold up rocker building. Little evidence here of that second day stuff. Somebody didn't like the fact that this was a left-hand outside mirror. So what they did was they bought a pair of aftermarket mirrors, probably back in the JC Whitney days, put one here and put one on the other side. Clearly see over there. I've seen guys go crazy second day stuff. It's like Sam the Butcher free stuff or something. They hacked out the inner fender, put fender well upset headers in it. They drill holes in panels to make them wider. They cut reinforcements out of them. I've seen some nasty stuff in the second day. I mean, more just complete murder than it would be just modifying it to make it something wrong. I see something like this and I say, wow, the modifications that were done to this most suitable. So that's a great one.
Okay.
It looks fantastic. Fender looks fantastic. Getting up to the roof is really getting to be the fun stuff for me. Again, nice shiny clean metal. Getting rid of the DP90 epoxy on it. Take a look across here. See this differential in the metal. This is lead. The factory back then on certain parts, most of the E-bodies, they use lead. Of course, you get to a 70 B-body, 68, 69 B-body, you'll see a lot more of the bond of the filler, plastic filler. Folks, when it comes to this filler stuff, I'm telling you, I can talk about it for hours. And I do not have a guide chart for anybody to look up online and say, my car should have this, my car should have that, because I've also seen them do things differently. But let's just talk about the lead filler that you see with the roof panel, the quarter panel on this Cuda. That Cuda is an E-body, just not that Cuda Johnson 774. They also use it on the A-pillars, where the A-pillar meets the roof skin, and they also use it down where the quarter panel meets the rocker. Now, some of this is going to be enlightening, like it was to our client with the 1970 Dodge Charger. We did an RT way back in the day. It was a 426 in the 4-speed, 156 made. Beautiful car, numbers. When that car got here, the owner called me up one day and said, now listen, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. When that car gets into the bodywork stage, I don't want no Honda. That's a famous thing, I don't want no filler. That car has zero filler in it. Here's the problem. That car had filler in it. That's right. On a 70 Charger and the other B bodies, it is either all plastic filler or right meets the back window at that sail panel. That'll be lead, and the rest of it will be Mondo filler. That's on your B bodies, whether it's a Charger, Roadrunner, or GTX. Now you get to the 69s. For the most part, on your B body cars, I've seen that the majority of the seam is filled with plastic filler, and at the back where it meets the back glass opening, that's an area that can move. Okay, that's an area that is malleable. They use lead there, so it's a combination of lead and plastic filler. I've seen that pretty consistently across the board. I haven't seen one in 69 that was all the way one way or all the way the other. In 68, all the way. I got cars out there that are straight to and you see, they are lead from one end. So I think they were trying to transition away from lead. Don't assume because your car is original paint that doesn't have filler. It has filler in it if it's no lead.
It's a big difference between pretty good performance.
Okay, cool. Okay. This is gonna be this is a crazy World Series. It's tied. Ah, fuck.
There's more room for imagination in a 3-room GP. Welcome to Genesis.
700 collector vehicles from Boston to block and keep it open. It's broken.
Nice. Oh my.
You never want to pay more than you have to because there are so many expenses that go on efficiency, extreme connection.
Customers feel safe. To see my is expected. So I say.
We have legal professionals standing by to help you and let you know what your case is potentially worth. I apologize for this Facebook blogger. So who wants to call me right now?
Well, just like you said, anyone who's been injured in an accident is not your fault. If you do not have an attorney, call us right now. We're going to answer all of your questions and we're going to develop your cases potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. Take action. Call them.
Okay.
Well, I'm excited. I don't know what's going on, but I was told this is a celebrity's car. It doesn't so I won't need too much.
Having
paint,
trouble.
but the fact I get to paint a celebrity piece or anything like that is always exciting. So this is typical. He goes to Brody, says, "Hey, I need to paint this." Brody says, "No problem." But just to get Brody kind of nervous, he says, "Hey, this is for
Damn.
big time celebrity." So now he's nervous, but he's excited because it's a celebrity's car. That's a color I've never done before. Burnt orange. FK5. So, and it's, like I said, it's kind of a small piece. You don't need too much paint. So I'm actually excited about these parts that I'm getting ready to do. According to Mark, I guess they won't go big celebrity. This will be the second celebrity's car I've got a chance to work on, so I know it's gotta be perfect, just like last. So I'm getting the bottom of the tray. You know, we usually paint these when they're on the car, but this time around it's actually off, so it's a lot easier to spray. You can actually get all the cracks and crevices and whatnot. And like I've said already, it's a celebrity's car, so I'm excited. He's good. I have a spoiler alert. This is not for some big time celebrity at all. This is for Mark's own personal charger. I spent 27 years watching Mark do this to everybody. These are his normal, typical things. There's nothing wrong with testing an employee's ability to handle stress. Okay, I'm doing the favor. I'm giving life lessons. They'll use in all kinds of things. Sometimes, I mean, you have to tell them, you have to, you're not lying. You're lying for their benefit. And is it really
Oh.
teaching is like steel. If you want steel to get harder than it is in the factory, you temper it. Okay? In this case, I like to beat them down, lower the flame. Which you see probably Alex, it's going to be a heavy item. And all likelihood, so to the very, very bottom of it. It's a line that we use in living areas, but the oil ship. In fact, we still ship now. I shipped my pants. That's it. Nothing that you can do about it. It's kind of people, the boys and girls, and TV land. Good, good. And enter the devil himself. What I have been told through, I've gone through the
Trying to find the black powder thingy.
Now he gets to see it firsthand. You tell me. They both wear capes. Mark does not have mercy when it comes to poker. Why? Because he loves it. He legitimately sent the camera to my house at 5 a.m. just to see what I look like when I woke up. That's really sick. You ever heard of a tape test? A tape test? Yeah, tape test. So in the olden days, Dodge had a lot of vehicles. Ford did too. I think even Fiat may have had some. In the, I'd say early 90s, the peel, they were called peelers. All right, the people just peel off these sheets. You drive your little Astra van down the road, and the whole hood sheet would just peel off. Everybody out there in TV land that had a Dodge van, Dodge truck, and Dodge car, they definitely had it. So we used to do this for warranty work for Dodge back in those days, fixing the peel and paint. They paid you a whole hour to paint for the car. Great, great. So they did what they call the tape test to make sure that we weren't just getting it, painting an extra panel so we could get paid for it. Take a piece of duct tape, put it on the quarter panel, and yank it off like waxing. You get waxed, right? No, honestly, guys, I rarely understand what Mark is trying to do. And the reason for that is because he gets sidetracked so easy. I'm telling you. When I walk in here, I'm looking out for you. I'm looking for fines. You know what fine you already used in my here? Okay. This is
Dang, see it.
Serious, over the top
What else is it?
I've seen this
What's
over time. Fine. It's a good areas here to produce some stuff. If it's shinier than the dull areas,
What the fuck is that? What's on the right hand side?
This is a one-piece unit. Straight with okay, that's the line. He does not have a mercy purpose, and it's not going to be seen. This would probably never
never be seen unless some nut job were to fall into the trunk with a flash, like yourself. All this time, I had been working on some big celebrity's car. Turns out it is. And look, I'm trying to teach the kid a lesson. All right, sometimes go to the ear with a point, you go to the heart with a story. That's what Professor Morrissey Massey did at the University of Colorado. Go to the ear with a point, the heart with a story. That's what I try to do. I'm teaching. That is my method. Good or bad, right or wrong, interlude, stand or fall. That's how it's trained. You ever heard of a little clause in the law? You think the boss's car or something perfect timing. All I'm saying is, I'm trying to be a good teacher. I'm not. Doctor is a good teacher, but he's in. But I'm just saying, teach from here, man. Teach from here. You do good, teach from here. As he admires the person of this 71 when Alexander saw the Maine, he wept. No
Where the fuck is this thing?
Season premiere November 7 to 9 on HGTV. Extreme weather. Snow and Sean Mendes.
Fucking hell, what the hell are you?
But you're still messing with your old plays? Gotta make this up your switch. Black Cousin, blazing your new plates with Philips Sonicare.
Why is special case so special?
Hmm. Let's see. Let me think.
Stitch Fix makes shopping easy. Just share your size, style, and budget, and your stylists and personalized looks right to your door.
Man, that was easy.
Stitch Fix, online personal styling for everyone.
My moderate to severe Crohn's symptoms can be out of the picture. With Skyrizi, feel symptom relief in 4 weeks. Many people were in remission at 12 weeks, 1 year, and even at 3 years.
Don't use the allergic. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or vulnerability to flu that may occur before treatment gets checked for infections and TB. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or accidents. Liver problems leading to hospitalization may occur when treated for Crohn's.
Ask your gastroenterologist about Skyrizi.
Not careful. Sneaking down. Was it designed with the soul of medicines?
I'll save you hundreds by customizing your car insurance. And if the gentleman.
See what's inside for the driver and passengers of America's most beautiful sporting car. Generously proportioned to accommodate 4 with 1 good beer seat that's plenty enough for 3.
Okay.
The storage space is always recessed in the inside armrest. For 1971, there's keyless door locking from outside. Merely press the lever and shut the door, and the car is locked. It's fast and easy, and you won't lock yourself out of the car. Because if you leave the ignition key in the switch, the ignition lock warning buzzer sounds off to remind you. And I'm sorry for geeking out. I know that most of you have turned the channel right now and are probably watching the latest episode of for me, this is that's an Andy Crandall move. I'll do it this way. You stay there. Okay. He looked in the eye and he knocked down the side of your car. Took the ball. Take too long to discuss this before the bond.
Got it.
He'd walk out and say,
Good. Good.
tap down the side of it. Listen for a different sound from the metal in that it apparently reverberates differently. It's got on it. But it wasn't a fair test. It wasn't like he went all up and down the quarter panel.
Shit, space is loaded.
1 inch apart. He'd go up and down, and if it all sounded good, he'd get over it. Then he'd get to the door, which is going to have a different sound to it. To make it sound like the reason it's different is because it's got a fondle. If it gets empty, hit it a little harder, hit it rigid area on the edge. And then he'd look at you, but he got you. Do you have any idea?
This is intense. Game 7 of the World Series. 1 out. Bases loaded. 4-4 game. What will they do?
It's the bottom out. If you bottom that out, you're going to have that little bit of what it's nice. You look at that. This little thing I get paid for is the DNA, man. It's what I do.
Kart racing. Kart racing. Let's go, boo boo.
I mentioned that there's a little bit of this area, you see, is erosion. Sure it is. Rocks fly off the tires. They want the paint off of it. No protection. Next, you get pinholes. This is going to end up getting welded up solid right here. He'll do a magnet test on this to find out exactly how thick it is. He could end up with a little piece, but it wouldn't be more than like I just wanted to point that out. When Alexander saw the rest of his domain, he wept.
You Peter.
For there were no more cities to own. Okay, and Aaron, if you kind of modify, it's how it works. The perfect way to flavor
How did I miss that? Got penises.
It's easy to find a home close to what's ever close to your heart. Deal recycle.
You prepare for the other session. It's working well with technical performance standards. Integrated system. So you can perform your best. It's also just made up of fruitless cheese. Chew, fills, chew better fats. So many plus different cheese.
It is still $15 a month for premium wireless. And if you haven't made the switch yet, here are 15 reasons why you should. 1, it's $15. 2, seriously. Are you playing me off? That's what's happening.
App protection is not enough. Using just an antivirus online is also not enough. Get better protection online with NordVPN. Save 77% and get 3 months extra.
When you try to go crazy with the best ingredients on the planet, well, if I do, naturally,
1 second.
Jonathan Green, the CEO of Lexington, all it takes is 10 minutes to reduce the appearance of advantage pimples and posters. The instant results of the naturally based silicones found in shells. Once applied, your skin tightens and firms. Take action with our Flexington 10-minute challenge. Try it today down to $14.95 plus get free shipping. Visit LexingtonTrial.com or call the number on your screen.
it's all well-reviewed body construction has important advances over the old-fashioned body and frame methods. Unibody is lighter, has better structural efficiency, more rear floor foothold, greater endurance, and less shake. What that adds up to is Unibody can take it. Look at that. Now, we are not always think all the metal up in the top. It's a big job. Takes a long time. My paint shop isn't what you call exactly proficient.
Have you guys ever noticed at home if a scene has nothing to do with me at all, Mark still finds a way to take a shot? And for the record, Mark said get the top side of the car ready. Never a word about the underside. Just another mic. I'm sure front worker way back down.
Oh shit, really, Silver? Damn. That's crazy. Damn, that boosted guy is crazy. Oh shit. Let me get here. Here you go.
This is that cutout area they're trying to cut it out with a torch and convert it over to a force speed. But I mean, considering most of the sins that these cars see by the time they're this age, that's
Am I close? No, I have to go this way. But that's crazy.
Hump-shaped piece over the top of that, e-body sizes, and it made that front floor like on an e-body pretty darn wide. And what they were trying to do was the shift mounting and the shift linkage are all set to the left-hand side, to the driver's side. So there's no real way just to stuff those up in that original tunnel opening. They've got to give it some room to breathe. This car, instead of finishing off just because it was a race car, probably didn't want to add the weight of the tunnel back in there, the 14 tunnel. They just took a torch and cut out the floor for it, which again, is second A, you might argue, but it's definitely sandalwood. Good beauty. No dents, no dings. Fits like it's supposed to. It's not rusted. These things always rust in here. They always rust right down there. Those are pockets that they love to rust. And nothing. This looks like brand new metal. It has the same density. That's the rest of the car. What makes me know this car is a 446 burrow, or it could be a Hemi with these, or it could be a convertible with these. These are what we refer to in the past as torque boxes. Okay? Torque box, actual proper term, I should call it, is a subframe connector. When you see us put these on cars, it's usually cars that never got them in the first place.
Where the hell is the
This car being an original Eco 446 barrel, was supposed to get it, and it did. Look at the crew. Well, this is what they did. They got Congo on the assembly line to go out there.
I missed the box.
But again, 2 years later,
Oh shit. What is fuck?
mint condition. Mint. So now we know everything from intrinsic compression to forward. Go down, look at the bottom. Folks, these are speed things. That's where all garbage drops its way through a
at the time of war, we have to replace the roof. In that case, it's meat. That was the other thing my friend Andy used to call this meat condition versus mint condition. I think I've talked about it many times. Earlier, we talked about at the top where the lead is, where the roof skin meets the quarter panel. They use lead. Well, where the rocker met the quarter down here,
Okay.
how shiny that is, and then this isn't as shiny, and there's some heavy gouging marks on the outside of it. After this car was welded and assembled, a body man
One,
comes in and he grinds this metal so it has a good bite, fills this with lead,
two,
sands this down, but doesn't take the time to get all those grinding marks out. Those are not because it's been repainted, this was an original paint car. Those are because the guy 53 years ago walked up and installed that product. One additional thing to talk about here on this lead thing is on your convertibles. I have always seen lead at the seam where the quarter panel meets the duction panel, the roof filler, because it's not conventional. It's not like a conventional car. There is no seam there. It is smooth. I've always seen lead right there. I have yet to see one
and
Still to come. Really doesn't take any chances.
I think that's the last spot.
Specifications. I don't know. Continues to read.
Okay. Let me pet this. Let me pet the fox.
Got this. Big and new, huh? Nice new suit, new haircut. Ancient. Make the Sonic switch. All right, I'm gonna knock him dead, boss.
Can I get the Wi-Fi? I'm gonna hang here. Immunity limits multis are made for your overall health. With nutrients for immunity and energy. You never hit the beat. They're one for you. Bamboo HR is easy for everyone. What about hospital that needs employee data benefit and
Oh, now I'm gonna go trade in those banners for a new satchel.
Steve is well, some people keep the Essential Buyer's Guide. It's his favorite. Steve doesn't trust just any website. But at Brenda Trailer, he's surrounded by lunatics like him. So when he bids, he knows he's getting exactly no needs. It's never just a car. Bring a trailer. Thinking of redoing our kitchen. We are finally updating our kitchen.
for all those people who never seem to get around to it.
Breakfast.
Chase has financial guidance.
Yeah, you can start seeing. Really?
Really? At home or in person. That's guidance from
Good.
Chase. Who's ready for a deal? Now you can order a phone in the Subway app. And then another for just $1. That's right, Subway MVP Rewards members. Eat fresh.
Oh. I don't get football. What is football set? And the kicker is so little. I'm worried about it. You didn't like my nachos. I love your nachos, man.
God now, leaves you so clean, or you want to feel clean about everything else.
At Domino's, we know there's no such thing as too much pizza. That's why you can order as many medium 2-topping pizzas as you want for just $6.99 each. So go ahead and pick any two of our pizzas now. Only at Domino's. The universities didn't fit into my life.
They said I'd have to put my job to the school.
Said it was only 4 years to graduate. I said I have to take tests for names on it.
They said my degree would cost a fortune.
But I didn't have to go somewhere.
Thank you.
I have a university that listens to me.
Courses on your time. Graduating on your time. WGU from the University of U.
Another celebrity car. No one told me who.
Now let me see what this final thing is.
famous celebrities part. So after Mark's craziness, I'll say we'll get back to me. I do want to point out that I did take the time to make sure there are no thanks.
Check out that.
So the black painting that you see on here already is the PPG DP9. That is an epoxy that goes over here. The pink color I'm spraying is FK5 burnt orange. It's a very
Okay,
transparent
I
color,
think
so
I
it's a
yeah, I
really
think I
high
see what the
focus
final
line.
one is. It's kind of in this spot. Mom, oh, it was it me?
The paintwork came out beautiful, as always. I'm just wondering why the celebrity didn't take care of the pinholes that were all over the place like he should have for being Mr. T. For all the primer and sanding we do here. I don't know why Mr. Celebrity didn't take the time to go in there and get rid of all those pits. It doesn't help the look of my paint.
Yeah, there's fitting in that. You know, I believe in originality. Now, I could have taken that plenum Dutchman panel and I could have primed them off and made a brand piece. Problem is, it isn't a brand piece. That part that I'm building actually came out of if there's an area I could throw a bomb, like even to the inside of the tower, I didn't make this. There's a little bit. In my mind, it's a tip of the apple cracker. And it's solid. It's not, you put the magnet on here, it's solid as can be. It just has a certain amount of character that I didn't want to make this. Whether you agree with it, I don't care. I could have easily fixed everything underneath there. I wanted it to have that look. You crawl underneath there, it's an original part, it's not an aftermarket part. There's no evidence we ever welded from this car. You think that that panel has never been replaced because there's no way it would look like that. It would be smooth, it would be brand new. So that was my thinking when I just said, hater gonna hate, don't care. Where's your car?
By customizing your car insurance. And the
When you pay
I'm a special cake of 10 grams of protein. Yep, that's fine. Special cake. Special for a reason. What do you do when things get tough? If you've been diagnosed with metastatic PSMA positive prostate cancer, add hormone therapy and can delay chemotherapy. Ask your doctor about Pluvicto. It's not chemotherapy. It's a different treatment that targets PSMA positive cells. Pluvicto can be used before chemotherapy for some people. Pluvicto involves contact with radioactivity, which may increase the risk for cancer and cause fatal harm. Drink tummy fluids, urinate often, use contraception, and talk to your doctor about ways to reduce the risk of disposing of extra radiation during and after treatment. Pluvicto can cause low levels of blood cell counts, kidney problems, and infertility. Tell your doctor if you have weakness, pale skin, shortness of breath, bleeding or bruising, worrisome, an infection, or changes in urination. Side effects include decreased blood cell counts, tiredness, dry mouth, nausea, appetite loss, joint and back pain, and constipation. Ask your doctor about Pluvicto because every day without cancer progression is a victory.
Your Flora Decor is ready because we know somewhere out there you're busy planning, prepping, imagining, and when it's time to make your dream space a reality, Flora Decor is ready with a seemingly endless selection in tile, wood, and stop at the source directly so you can dream bigger and live.
Oh, there's one more over there.
Lasting a full year makes a big difference. Castrol Edge Extended Performance is engineered for ultimate protection and performance in 7 critical areas. So
This is such a crazy game.
It's actually weird. It's the performance look and the red glow that combines convenience with safety. Two really great seats. The 160 position split back bench seat with center folding armrest. Long distance travelers, comforts like these are actually there's air conditioning.
Oh. Still haven't. What the hell is everyone else? Oh gosh. It's November 1st and people singing fucking Christmas songs. I'm over it. Is that it?
And we can do all this butchery, but this is really fascinating stuff. This torque box is the rear sub-brand connector torque box that all of our tanks. Beautiful. It's even still got its original weapons. This ridiculous looking thing is how you would relocate your leaf springs. The original leaf springs, they mounted right there. Okay? At the back. Seen this installed many times. They mounted right there. But when you want to take an axle and you want to narrow it into, you put wider tires on it, the leaf springs have to come in. So he took and he moved this center point to here, probably 2 inches. Same thing here. If you go from there and you measure the epicenter there, you're probably a 2 inch. But the crudeness of it, these were kits. You could buy relocation kits. This is what they look like, but not how they were meant to be installed. Look at the butcher. This made the factory welder look like regular.
How many more people are there? Holy smokes.
The actual frame rail is not whacked up. If not, we'll grab an A&D frame rail, cut a section out of it. Both sides, same thing. That's the relocation brackets for the leaf springs. Back here, this butchery continues. Relocation bracket for the shackle would be in line. I'll tell you it's not perfectly in line. I don't think we did this cared particularly about the correction. But this is just so interesting. The truck is in condition. Let me summarize what we learned. Andy knocked on your car, made you feel bad about having filler in it, even if there was some.
1 second. I'll be right back. I'm back.
This car is red. This 350 were ever made. So the anticipation for the weight is incredibly valuable. Gentlemen's muscle fit returns from the dipper, and we find out just what remains.
Oh, there you go. It's on the. Good.
But it had been partially disassembled. Now the DNA on it is it's a 70ATX. It's 446 barrel forged. It does have the original engine, original transmission, original rear end in it, and it was also.
Well, there's a lot of things.
It is very clean, so clean.
1 second.
Center section. This was that clean of a vehicle, and that usually only equates to one thing: moving through the shop full of. Once it got finished in the metal shop, which again,
Perfect.
takes very long, it will kind of take so long. So it got dispatched out to the mother, so it starts moving this car. So we got it up to Michael. He's our number one guy. He's been here.
Bring back the volume here.
He does a great job.
Right.
So what's unique about the 70 bodies? It starts with the fender, front of the car. Then you go to the
That's
door,
the.
and right stick in with it.
Right.
Stick.
Let's go.
お気をつけくだされ。恐れを知らぬ猛量が静かに潜んでおります。奴らが恐れるこの世で苦労を。
Let's go. Okay, that was simple. Get the box. Where's the box? Let's go play the box. No box. Oh. That's fine. This is Rainey's door. There's a horsey. There you go. Where's it go?
しぶとくて倒れし武者に草を売る。そこにありては登るほかなし。
Thank you.
Here for Tracy?
We're here for everyone. Limo and I help people save hundreds by customizing car insurance with Liberty Mutual.
We ordered a limo. That'll you move.
Oh yeah, we do that too.
Oh.
Six. Only pay for what you need.
Damn. Damn, the damn Dodgers may win this. Holy shit. Dodgers may win the World Series. That's gonna be cookie for Cocoa Puffs. Second.
This year, we are finally updating our kitchen subway time. Shell, maybe bone. Don't get me started on quartz. Big Island, the vertical waterfall.
For everyone who talks about doing
Breakfast.
Chase has financial guidance.
You can start saving to make this really.
At home or in person.
You can also check out a Chase Money School.
That's guidance from Chase. Make more of what's yours.
When Betty and George turned 50, they figured out that switching two unlimited lines from big wireless to consumer cellular could save people up
I don't
to
want to forget the
$600 a
redirects.
year. So they made the switch and started splurging on date night, and it became their favorite night. No, don't you?
Oh, good. Oh,
Acquired taste. See how we can cut your
all right,
bills.
cool.
If you're over 50,
Mm.
get 2 unlimited lines for $30 each. Call Consumer Center.
See that.
I want her to get over the fear that my
Go
mom
back
is gonna
here.
hate her for saying that.
Was here. And let's see.
Okay, guys, what we gotta do today with these axles. Tear the gasket. We're gonna lift the third member out. Oh God. So I'm very busy working on an 8 3/4 rear end for a good client of ours. The wheel comes bursting in, screaming, stop, stop. And I'm like, what, Bill? I need you to stop what you're doing right now and drivetrain and green GTX right now. Green GTX. It's what it's been sitting on there for weeks. Yeah, I'm kind of busy here. No, I get that. I go about, but I'm telling you, stop working on this right now and go do that because I thought you had drivetrain already in there. I told the customer you did, and then they want pictures. So I needed that out, so I needed the pictures. It turns out he wants me to help him cover up the lie. He told him the drivetrain was already in there 3 weeks ago. Then the car's been ready for a while, and the drivetrain's been ready for 2 years. Why would it not be in there? Why didn't you check it? I think that makes you a lie. Folks, I am not a lie. There's a difference in making a mistake and telling a lie. You're going to help me because I don't have anybody else. I'm going to help. I'm okay. So drivetrain install, please. You're not going to help me? No. And you want that installed? Yes. Well, tell them more. You like the customer? No. Just misinform the customer. And why would you tell them something I hadn't happened? I thought it's been done to mistake. Yeah. So what question? I need that drivetrain and some of the pictures. So what's the problem? Problem is that I'm having help today, and I'm busy on another drivetrain. Made the centerfold and the car manager. You did? That was years ago. We live in the same day. So what's the problem? It's hilarious. But what's your solution? I need some help. You want to help me? No. I've got stuff to do. You see, I'm the first thing in the registry. I noticed that. What years is that register? It's like 39. You gotta just sit down and read the paper. How about Coolbreeze over here made a mistake? You thought about that? You already asked him? Well, yeah. He says, I'm just a baby. Very nice beer. Why don't you want to help them with solid drivetrain? Well, maybe.
Oh boy.
Grease, dirt. Does it fix it?
Hopefully they make it.
It's his job. Well, I guess it's not getting installed, is it? Yeah.
Tiny, would you do me a favor and get Will's time card? Call in the hours up through 3:43. Yeah, 3:43 p.m. on Monday to our accountant to his phone template.
Come on, buddy.
I'll put it back.
Well, if I tell you to do something and you don't do it, that's the same as what it's right? Well, no.
No, you idiot.
No, it's not right.
I am totally not.
Even what?
What would you rather do? Do you have to go out there and reveal some of your, or would you have to install a drivetrain and send it from the PTX so that you can cover up your life? Oh, looks like we have a drivetrain. Nice. Yeah, thanks for having it done. I swear. This article says I'm full of hubris. You want hubris as well? The first steps toward success. Fortunately, Mark Norman, owner of Welby's Garden, has a pretty healthy regard for himself. I do. That's a great place.
Hello.
Sure, you want me to help you with your groceries? This journey with childhood cancer comes at you in waves. Every day we wake up knowing that our 2-year-old has cancer. It's tough to get through. The tumor is about the size of a baseball. I believe in the power of hope. And from the very first visit here at St. Jude, it was about hope and love. Because you go in expecting the worst.
You can join the battle to save lives by supporting St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Please call Go On or scan the QR code right now and give $19 a month to make a difference.
Just
Okay.
walking into the doors of St. Jude, I instantly felt hope from my son.
Easy.
With a gift right now, you can help save lives.
Oh no, dang. Got that wrong.
Never receive a bill
Mm.
from St. Jude for treatment travel, so they can focus on helping their child.
These children are coping with their blood during this time. It's not enough, thank you.
We'll send you this St. Jude t-shirt you can
Mm. Fuck. Mm. 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 Mm.
Because you don't really know what the future holds. And I think that no family should have to be worried about that.
Shit.
today. Please donate now. Kellogg's cereal, grain, sugar, salt, malt. That's it. Plus vitamins, minerals.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cold
Mm. Wow. Damn. LA won the World Series. LA won the World Series. Shit. That's crazy. Alright, now I can focus. Oh, shit. Ah, fuck. L1X,
You could!
初雪のごとく白い染め物です。お侍は滅びたかと思ってました。
それが客を迎える言葉か。
これは失礼をいたしました。人との交わりが増えてで、友と呼べるのは染料と刷毛と漆と布くらいです。ですが、上学の雪のごとく美しい白に染め上げることができます。十分な素材をお持ちくだされば、あなた様の兵具を冬の神のごとく白く染めましょう。
Ooh, I look crazy. Look. That's pretty.
粉雪のように白くきらめくことでしょう。猛虎には白き冬の神に見えるはずです。眩しくて目を覆いたくなるほどです。粉雪のように白くきらめくことでしょ
う。助かった。
どうぞ。
I think I have one more here. I have a couple here. There's a good place to go. I'll go here and then I'll travel down here.
Once 猛猟や悪霊は人の世に紛れておりました。そうした時代の伝承をお聞かせいたしましょう。
よし、影。 走れ影。
金材木布のを扱います。
One second. Welcome, welcome.
Hello.
Hello. How goes your day, friend?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Doing good. Great work with your stream. Last time the the Hollywood shoot, the Halloween thing was good.
Oh, I appreciate it. I thought that was a pretty funny stream, honestly.
Oh, you want to know what? Second, I think I think you smart. Right, that's fine. I don't need to put you there. So, what you been up to? What have you been looking up?
Oh, I was practicing, funny enough. You know, what was it? Yeah, I practice drums. I can practice late at night now with my electronic kit.
Alright, oh wait, are you in the band? I forgot if you were in the band or not.
I've been in quite a few, but I've just most of them haven't worked out for one reason or another. So I've just kind of been doing my own thing on YouTube. I've been meaning to get back into writing music and everything. I've been doing that for a little bit now.
What have you written anything?
It's on everything I've done has been on my channel so far. So I've got just a couple of others in work.
So you were talking about the Razer laptops. How did you come across that story? And have you ever bought Razer laptops or peripherals in the past?
So how I ran across channels like Gamers Nexus, Phantoms Tech, and just Josh. How I ran across them was it goes back about 2 years ago. I started studying cyber security. I was fascinated after because we used to have Wi-Fi from AT&T, and anyone who's ever had it knows how easy it is to get compromised.
Yes,
because their security is lackluster. My uncle one time got tricked into clicking a phishing email because it looked convincing enough to be from his bank place.
Okay.
So it looked like it was an email from his bank saying that his account had been compromised. Let's see, that was the first time. Second time around, he got caught with a phishing link from Casey's Clearing publishing house. You know, you ever heard of that? You know, that stupid thing that says that you allegedly could win $5,000 a week for the rest of your life, but it's a total scam.
Yes.
So he got caught by those phishing links. And each time they would compromise the Wi-Fi router, and they were attempting to access the account information. So what it would do is the Wi-Fi router would immediately route you back to the phishing link with the attempt of stealing your personal information. And so after that, I started wanting to know more about what that was and what had happened. And that's when I started learning about cybersecurity and all the different types of malware and what they do and what they're used for. And one of the channels that got me interested was Some Ordinary Gamer, who at the time I actually believed was an engineer, but obviously hindsight's 2020. I probably should have picked up on the hint given the way he explained things, not necessarily how the engineer would explain it. But again, hindsight's 2020. So after I started watching his content and I was fascinated by what malware was, I started digging deeper and deeper and started learning coding. And that's when I met my good friend Adam, who I'm still great friends with today, who is a cybersecurity technician and engineer. He's got the degrees to back it. Unlike Mutahar, I've seen him. And I know where he got them from because I'm actually learning from him to go and take the test from them as well, so I can get those same pedigrees as he has. Because those pedigrees can get you jobs upwards to $100,000. A lot of money, isn't it?
Yes.
So I came across the Razer story was I was at the time I was on the M1 MacBook Pro and I was looking around at different laptops. Hold up, let me go back. I was originally on a old Intel MacBook Air. It was a cheap one I bought because I wanted to try Mac OS. Because at the time my mother needed a working Windows laptop, as she's familiar with Microsoft. She's not very familiar with Apple's products, and definitely not with Linux. She didn't even know what Linux was. And my stepfather was somewhat familiar, but he was fascinated. I remember telling the story as funeral, but I was telling him what I had learned about the different operating systems and what they were known for, what they're popular, and what has been happening to them. He goes, if I ever grow my leg back from kicking the ass, when I asked him why, his reply back was, because you're telling me this whole time you've been this intelligent and you're now just showing it? Oh. I thought it was a great story. What was it? So I was looking around and I saw the name Razer, but I saw a few reviews that said that Razer wasn't that good for audio and video editing, so I just kind of passed them off. Fast forward a few years, like recently, I'm on the M4 MacBook Pro, and I see this review from Josh Tech. That's Josh Tech, because I've been watching his videos, paying attention to what's been coming out, because eventually I would like to upgrade to get a second laptop, so I could run Windows or Linux on it, so I can start learning how to use those platforms, because I was told as part of cybersecurity engineering, you need to know all three. You need to know how to use all three, because you're going to be in constant different environments with different versions of the software, and you're going to need to know how they work and what their vulnerabilities, strengths, and weaknesses are. You can have one for your personal stuff, that's fine, but when it comes to business, you need multiple. That's just the name of the game. And I saw just Josh Tech's review on the new Razer ones that have the new Blackwell GPUs from NVIDIA, which I was already kind of skeptical because I saw the reviews for them and I know how expensive NVIDIA is and how lackluster their products really are. So I watched the review and I went, maybe this is not worth the money. Because at first it had great specs. 2 terabytes, 32 gigs of RAM, has a powerful Intel CPU, again NVIDIA's GPU. That sounds like it would be really good. And then obviously as I watched the review I went, never mind, that's a bad idea. Don't buy that. Don't buy that. Bad idea. Bad idea, Perry. And then I see Gamers Nexus video, and that's when I learned of the horrors of the company. Because at the time I was avoiding Asus, because Asus has the worst warranty of all time. Apple has the best in the tech world. Asus has the worst. Because they'll nickel and dime you to death before they'll ever properly repair your product under their warranty. And so I'm watching the Razer laptop and I'm going, what the hell is this all about? And I say like, oh, like you have problems with the keyboard, you have problems with the trackpad. Okay, well that sucks ass, but I suppose you should just buy USB or wireless, like Bluetooth one to use it with, whatever, right? But then when I heard that you had to have the Synapse app in order to properly use your hardware, I'm like, well, okay, why do I need this special piece of software? Well, because it does all these special effects. What do you mean? Like, what is this logic? And then to come to find out that if you don't use it or you don't have it installed, not only will your system not work properly, but you're limited to what you can do with your system. But if you have it installed and you try to use it, your system gets broken. So it's like, what the hell's the point? Why would I want this if it's broken? It's like, what the hell? And then Sam's Tech, I found him because of the HP videos he did. Because HP sucks. I'm sorry, HP is just like the fucking worst. Like the printing side's like criminal. The printers are criminal, and anybody who tells me otherwise is just lying to themselves. The fact they're allowed to get away with what they get away with their printers is just nothing short of criminal. And that's, again, my opinion, so they can't sue me for my opinion. But however, their laptops are just of equal nature bad. Because Apple, to my knowledge, is the only one that mills out their hardware. Like the screen hinge is a complete one piece that's milled out of solid aluminum. Like, so that guarantees that that's going to last for a very long time. Because aluminum is a very durable metal, depending on the grade. And Apple uses really nice grade aluminum, usually aircraft grade. Like the kind of stuff you see on airplanes or the rockets that get flown into space. When Elon Musk and or Jeff Bezos isn't having a dick measuring contest over that one.
Okay, I'm following you. I see.
I was taking a drink and my throat's killing me. This weather change down here is affecting me horribly. I'm having to speak a little slower than I normally do just to make sure I'm getting everything right. I remember how much I hated weather changing so much. I'm remembering now because I got so used to the bloody heat that this freeze my nuts off cold weather, and there's not even snow. There's no snow yet, so that's what makes me even more worried. Some of the hottest summers this year, and now it's going to be like, feels like Mr. Freeze farts on me everywhere I go. Take 2 steps and it feels like Mr. Freeze is like, hold real still. But anyways, I watch his videos about HP and how horrible they are. I watch his videos about Dell and how horrible they are. They also are a horrible company as well. There's no one good guy in the tech world. I've noticed apparently. It's like the Montreal Screwjob. It's just a heel program.
Yeah,
but
everyone is bad.
Get back to it. So, get back to it, right? So I watched this video about Razer, right? And after he left his comments, and I forgot he left the Games video, because I was following Games Nexus about the GPU black market and how insane that 3-hour video was. And then Bloomberg got butthurt and decided to copyright strike them. So I was like, okay, so I'll never read anything from them ever again. Because obvious reasons why. There was a false copyright strike. It was bullshit.
They would do silly stuff like that.
So, I was just reading something because a friend of mine was texting me and I got distracted for a second. So, after I found out about how horrible Razer's return policy is and how they magically came up with a battery to fix the laptop, I was like, okay, yeah, this is highly immature. I wouldn't want to support a company like that. If I'm paying that much money for a laptop to use like that, I would expect it to work right off the bat. It's like for $2,000, like I said, you can get a really nice MacBook that will last you a long ass time. As long as you're willing to learn macOS, which macOS is the easiest of the 3 to learn. Of Windows, Linux, and macOS, macOS is the easiest because it has the most safeguards, and it pretty much will, in a sense, this is why it gets the nickname the Fisher Price of laptops or operating systems, because in a sense it treats you like a child. But the idea is meant to keep you from screwing your system up, because Unix is a very powerful operating system, and like Linux, if you don't know what you're doing, you can screw your system up real easy and real fast, and you will not have a good day when that happens. So the idea is to keep you from screwing your system up. Like, there's a command that I'm not going to show, and I'm not going to say what the name of it is, but there's a command that can be used on all three that can literally wipe your entire system, could hose your system in a matter of seconds. Like, say if I managed to get in your computer, right, and I typed that command in and ran it, it would wreck everything on your system in a matter of seconds. And the point of that, it was designed to give you admin access to delete certain files that you as a user couldn't delete. Say you have trouble uninstalling certain junk files from a video game, right? And you just, for whatever reason, you can't get the operating system to delete it as normal. You could run that command and point it towards where the files are sitting, and it would remove those files for you. That was the point of it. But again, if you're not careful, you can get your system hosed or have your system be hosed because you weren't paying attention.
Okay. That last comment about real being easy to work with. Okay.
That's why they
So that ties in. It's surprising how easy it is to wipe people's systems, and that's why I like macOS, because there's so many security things that are put in that even though I didn't turn them on, it's there. That if something happens, you can't do certain things to wreck my system. So to put it like this, macOS, the way it's built, is built in a series of columns. Each columns talk to each other to some extent, but you can't just go to, say, column A and have column A wipe out B, C, and D. It can't do that. It doesn't have that privilege. The same thing with B, same thing with C, same thing with D. But they interconnect with each other to work together to create the operating system that you see. Windows works in a series of folders that are operated by essentially the master admin, or the administrator is what admin is short for. Although, in recent versions of Windows, like Windows 11, it's much harder to host your system. At the time, at the time before, like Windows 10, and even to Windows 7 and 8 and fucking Vista, it isn't that hard to run that command and screw yourself over. It's surprisingly easy how it is to break Windows, and Linux is even funnier because Linux gives you ultimate control over your system. You have complete control over what it does. However, with that power comes great responsibility. So if you are not careful, you can easily break things in ways you didn't even know was possible. The convenience of Windows and including macOS is that all the heavy work and compatibility with apps and software that you use has already been done, because it already has the drivers and the languages that the, say, video game. Let's say, for example, let's say you want to play Borderlands 4, right?
Yeah.
Let's say you want to play Borderlands 4. The coding language of it, the engine it runs on, which is Unreal 5, I think, already has drivers installed by whatever manufacturer you use, whether it be Intel, NVIDIA, or AMD. And let's say you use an NVIDIA graphics card, right? Well, you already have everything working because the work has already been done by the devs, both from NVIDIA, Microsoft, and the studio, Gearbox and 2K, respectively. They've already done the work to make sure that your system should be compatible based on the hardware it has. Sometimes it's not the case, but say like it's about like 95% of the time it's gonna work. You can boot the game up and play it. Make sense?
Yes.
Now with Linux, that's not necessarily the case. Now, it's not to say that they don't do that. There's a reason why there's called the Linux Foundation that's ran by a board that has thousands and thousands of devs that work on it to make everything compatible. And there's currently 42 versions of Linux, or what's called distros. If you don't know what distros mean, distributions. That's what distros stand for.
No, I get it.
Not to say that they don't work on that. They do a ton of work. Like Valve, for example, has a very popular one, Steam OS. I'm sure you heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
The most common ones you'll see is Ubuntu, which is a fork of Fedora. You also have game Fedora itself, which is ran by Red Hat. You have Arch and Gen 2, yeah, that's it. Which are basically, instead of having a system you can just automatically install, you literally build the kernel as you see fit. Look, he's like killing me right now.
I'm letting you talk. I'm letting you talk because this is interesting. I like it. But no, I was also I will also say this real quick. What do you think of people buying these laptops? Do you feel bad for them? Do you think that they should get their money back? Or do you think they get what they deserve?
For people who are buying Razer laptops, I think honestly that 14-day return policy should be criminal. Just in my opinion.
Because it's crazy. Razer laptops. I'm testing out. 1 second. Oh. There you go.
Let's see. Okay, good. Making sure that everything's working. Because sometimes I have issues with driver issues and everything, compatibility problems and whatnot. But to get back to what I was saying, as far as I'm concerned, those who are using like Razer laptops definitely deserve their money back. The fact that they are not getting their money at all. That what was it? The fact that they have a 14-day return policy when everyone else has like a 30-day return policy, in my opinion, is criminal. It should be considered criminal. I think there should be legislation that forces companies to have a minimum 30-day return policy. The fact that they state that you have to have everything in original packaging, not that, like, I understand the idea of wanting to protect, having a vested interest in protecting your product that you sell, it makes sense. But to have this hyper extending idea that if you don't have it in a certain way that we had it packed, if you don't send it to us in this certain way, we're going to deny you your money and tell you to go fuck yourself, even though you paid thousands of dollars for your product. It's like NZXT with their rental program. Gamers Nexus showed how you would literally be better off getting a mobbed back loan that would have an interest of 103%, which is illegal in the entire United States. That's illegal. But you would be better off taking that loan to get a new computer than you would be getting a rental from NZXT. You would literally be better off Al Capone threatening to break your legs if you don't pay him next time than you would be getting a rental from a PC company. And that's not just because of the price. It's the fact that when you rent, like the rent to own, say through a firm, right? When you buy the product, it's as the product says. And if you don't get what the product is, they get their money back and they refund you what you've paid them to get the product, to put that as a down payment. Let's say, for example, using the rental program, let's say the player 3 comes with a 5090 and a AMD 98 X3D chip.
Yeah.
Which is a really powerful CPU. It's a 16 core and it has 3D caching, which has up to 16 megabytes of cache, which is beautiful for gaming. And it has like 32 gigs of DDR5 RAM at say 6400 megahertz, which is extremely fast. And it comes with like a 2 terabyte of storage. And let's say for the rental program, if I want to rent it, it's going to be $400 a month. Now I could buy the let's say I can buy the desktop, a similar desktop. Let's use Origin. With Origin's a custom builder, right? Let's say I can get similar. Maybe I only get like 1 terabyte with them, and I only get like 24 gigs of RAM instead of 32. Okay, whatever, right? But the same speed storage, same GPU, same CPU, but it comes with a water cooling instead of a air cooling system. Okay. And let's say you go with a firm, and a firm usually has up to 36% interest. Let's say the interest is 18% on the machine that they deem is worth about, let's say, around $5,000, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would be better off going on with the Affirm and taking a gamble on whether or not the PC shows up with a halfway decent paint job, because Origin sucks at doing paint jobs, which I don't understand. It's like painting a car. How the hell do you fuck that up? I will never know.
It's easy.
But you would
just don't pay attention.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's fair enough. But you would be better off going with that than you would be getting the rental from NZXT. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, well, Iggy, that doesn't make sense. Why would you say that? The rental sounds pretty good, because like the payments with a firm would be somewhere in the ballpark of 500, right? Ballpark around 500. Well, because NZXT may not send you that 5090. They may send you a 5080 Super, but say it's the same computer. That's false and advertising. You could put those two words together, and that's what you would get. Make sense?
Most definitely.
So you see why, like, products like that suck ass. Unless someone not looking into what you're buying it based off brand. Is their own ignorance. It's like buying a Ferrari without. Well, here's the thing: you can't always go and test laptops or computers like that. And remember, parts like that, like the 5090 alone, is $3,000. To get that graphics card is $3,000. That's not including buying the other parts for the computer. And thanks to the tariffs and the shortages we've been having lately, you're looking at $3,500 or more just getting that graphics card.
There's something I want to show you, Tim. You showed me a video. I'm going to show you a video. Okay? Okay.
Yeah, give me one second. Let me go see it. Here we go. I'm clicking on the stream.
Okay, cool.
Laptop pre-orders from February. And the whole process behind this is super shady. So I'm gonna need your guys' help on this. So please watch and share with a friend. So here's how the story goes. On February 25th, I pre-ordered a laptop. I signed up for the emails. As soon as I got the email, I pre-ordered and secured my laptop. It was gonna be an awesome 50 series laptop. I held them at CES. They looked amazing. On March 11th, I got a phone call from someone that worked at Razer. They confirmed that I was getting a laptop and it would be shipped out April. But yesterday, I woke up to the worst news ever with an email saying my order had been canceled. And what's even more terrible about it is they made it sound like I canceled the order. So I immediately went over to the chat bots and tried to talk to a real...
See, you have people, get their laptops and had issues with it. Homeboy over here pre-ordered the laptop and never got it. So, which is worse, getting a laptop or not getting a laptop? And you pay $4,000 for it. $4,000.
Unbelievable.
Human. And the first person I talked to was Veronica, and she was awesome. And then they called me and told me that there was nothing they could do, but my order had been canceled because of low stock. That wasn't a good enough answer for me, but that's all the lady really said. So after a couple of hours, I got on the chat bot again and talked to someone else. Also, the people in the chat were super nice and helpful. They got me escalated to the highest person pretty fast, supposedly the highest person. So I talked to the VIP operations guy from customer service, but he gave me the same runaround that there's nothing they could do, but he did admit on the phone that they accidentally deleted my order. They canceled it accidentally, but they didn't have any more stock, so they couldn't send me a laptop. But they guaranteed that I would get one at the same price I paid. I wouldn't have to pay the extra tariff prices. But that didn't make sense to me. So I asked him, like, hey, can I get the link early? Because if you don't give me the link early, I'm not going to be guaranteed to get a laptop. And you already admitted that you made a mistake and I should have got one. He's like, oh, let me check on it. So after like several hours, I finally got a message from him saying, oh no, we can't give you a link early. So that's super duper shady, because if I'm not guaranteed a laptop, I'm not gonna get guaranteed that price no matter what they say. But it doesn't stop there. I posted this story on Reddit and it went viral. At the time, for whatever reason, PC Master Race locked the comment, so people can't comment anymore. But it's got 11,000 upvotes and almost 3 million views. So there's 2 comments on this subreddit that really stood out to me. One was a guy said his order got marked as delayed, which I don't know why they couldn't just do that for my order. I was told specifically by VIP Gerard that they couldn't mark my order as delayed. So I don't know what that's about. But the one that was most concerning to me was this guy ordered on March 31st, over a month after I ordered, and he's already got his laptop. But he paid the higher tariff prices for his laptop, according to him. But he did send me a screenshot that shows he ordered on March 31st. His laptop has already been delivered. That's super shady. So it definitely looks like they just canceled my order for more money. Again, please like and share to help me.
Got those things put together. We did get the Wilson tires.
So,
Tim,
how you feel about that?
What I'm understanding. So if I'm understanding that correctly, he went to CES, which is one of the biggest events in technology history. That's where everybody rolls out like the latest and greatest and stuff.
So Razer basically,
except for Apple. Apple does their own thing.
Yes, sir.
So he goes and does the pre-order and everything, right? They cancel it. He's like, "What the hell happened?" So he reaches out to them, and they tell him the reason why they canceled it at first is because of "quote unquote" low stock. I just want to say this for the record, that anytime I've ever bought anything from anybody, even if there was low stock, I still got my product. So the fact they made that statement is what we call grade A bullshit. That's grade A bullshit right there.
Very good.
But then it got worse.
Yeah.
So then it gets worse.
Look on the screen. He paid $3,000 for an RTX 5070 Black. Like, it's a very beautiful laptop, and it just says the order been canceled. I would be pissed. And just to
Quad HD OLED computer.
And also Morningstar says, yeah, you can. You ever been to Micro Center or PC World? So if you go to Micro Center, you can try out the laptops and stuff.
Sometimes, not always. And I know people who live nearby Micro Centers. That's not always the case.
But let's but let me I want you to see this. And I want to get your raw reaction.
pre-order for my laptop yesterday, they basically sold it to someone else so they could make more money.
At least that's how I feel about it. I can't tell you how excited I was to get this laptop because I got to touch it at CES and it just felt amazing. Super light, just like a MacBook, and I was super excited.
And the way they went about it was super shady. So I really need your guys' help to watch this video, let it play to the end, hear me out, and share it with a friend that also likes PC gaming so that they can be aware of what's happening. This is way different than my normal videos, so it's gonna be super chill, not a lot of editing, but I don't wanna waste your time. I'll get through this as quick as possible. On February 25th, I pre-ordered one of the new Razer Blade laptops. I signed up for email notifications. As soon as I got the email, I pre-ordered the laptop and got it on its way to me.
So while editing this video, I was going back and looking through the emails, and I noticed in this pre-order email that the first 1,000 people got certain things for free from Razer when they pre-ordered, and I had those things in my order. So I had to be among one of the first 1,000 to pre-order, and I still didn't get a laptop because they canceled it. But just, you won't believe all the stuff in this story, so just keep watching.
On March 11th, I even got a phone call from a Razer supervisor. They confirmed my order and congratulated me on securing a laptop. Let me play that for you.
Hi, my name is Clint from Razer. I'm calling regarding your Razer pre-order. I see that I'd like to congratulate you in securing a pre-order for our latest laptop model, Razer Blade 16. Please be informed that all pre-orders are expected to ship by April 30, 2025. If you have any questions or need further clarification, feel free to reach out via email or customer service chat support. Once again, thank you for using Razer and being a valued part of our gaming brand. Thank you.
So as you
Thoughts, Tim's?
That's wow. Just wow.
Oh, it's going
Wow.
to get better. It's going to get better, buddy. It's going to get very, very
All I can say is wow.
good.
heard, I secured a laptop, but yesterday I woke up to an email saying my order had been canceled. And look at this screenshot, it makes it look like I canceled the order. I didn't cancel the order. So I spent some time yesterday like chatting with their online AI until I finally got to a real person. And the first person I spoke to was Veronica. Super nice, super helpful. She said she felt sorry for me and she got me in touch with someone who called me from Razer. And that person that called me was much less helpful. Basically, all they said was, yeah, your order got canceled. We don't have enough stock, but we'll guarantee you the same price. And I was like, can I not talk to somebody else? Like, this is not really making sense to me. And she's like, no, not really. And that was it. So after I talked to the first lady on the phone, I was supposed to get an email and I never did. So that frustrated me, and I posted my story on Reddit, and it went pretty viral on Reddit. I don't know what is considered viral on Reddit, but it's got like almost 3 million views and 11,000 upvotes, and it had a lot of comments until for some reason PC Master Race blocked it and wouldn't let anybody else comment on it, which was super annoying. And I asked the moderator why, and they didn't, but I'm not trying to waste you guys' time.
So once again, while editing this video, I got another response from the PC Master Race people that run their Reddit thread, and they said they typically lock posts when they get out of hand and a bunch of the comments violate their rules. So whatever. I mean, I wish it would have, continued to push my post and make it more viral, but it is what it is.
So during that span, while I was waiting on an email from Razer and reading through the comments on the Reddit post that I'd made, 2 of them really stood out to me. One of them said that their order got delayed and they were still waiting on the laptop, but it was just marked as.
Yeah, buddy, what's up?
I just a little rant I want to do on the video real quick. I love that he's got a Rode podcast mic right there that would easily isolate his sound, right? Would isolate the sound of his voice. He's got it right there. That's a Rode podcast mic. But he's got a little inky dinky clipped on one on a shirt that he's using. But then when you listen to when he does the overview, he's using that mic. So what the hell? I always find that annoying. I just find that incredibly annoying. Like, it would have been one thing if he was in another room, right, and he's recording it. He's got like some kind of pictures of box in the background, but you can clearly tell this is his editing station. So I don't understand why he's just not using that microphone. Why he doesn't just have that microphone pointed at him and recording? I don't understand that. That's always been like a pet peeve of mine.
I can't tell. No, but yeah, you have a good mic. You should use it rather than using a lapel mic. I totally agree with you.
got delayed and they were still waiting on their laptop, but it was just marked as delayed. And I asked this dude for a screenshot on the Reddit post, but it got locked and he could never respond to me. Maybe he'll message me back. But the other guy did send me a screenshot. This guy ordered his laptop on March 31st, over a month after I ordered my laptop, and he's already got his laptop. Now, according to this guy on Reddit, he paid the higher price on these laptops after the first round of tariffs, and he's already got his laptop. So that is super frustrating for me as a consumer that someone else ordered after me and got their laptop. So it just looks super shady on Razer's part. It makes it seem like they just canceled my order to get more money. But it gets better. Don't worry, it gets better. I also never got an email from Razer, so I went back to their little chat feature and talked to another agent. I don't know this one, I don't remember this one's name, but they were also like super helpful, and they escalated my case as high as possible. So I got to talk to old VIP Gerard. So Gerard was supposedly, you know, the highest person up the ladder. Gerard sent me a message saying that they guaranteed that I would get my laptop at the same price that I paid. And I was like, well, that's fine and good, but that doesn't really help me at all. So I asked if I could talk to Gerard on the phone, and Gerard called me, and I talked to him for 10-15 minutes. He really didn't give me any information that was helpful, but he did admit to some of the shady practices by Razer. And what I mean by that is, so I asked him, if I'm guaranteed to get the laptop at that price, am I gonna get the link early before it gets plastered all over the internet where I have to just hope that I get an order? And he said he would have to check on that. Because I told him, I said, if I don't get the link early, then they're just gonna again tell me, hey, we don't have enough laptops for you. And they're just gonna keep, because the other people are gonna have to pay a higher price. And so they're just gonna keep saying that I don't get a laptop and I'm never gonna see that price. That's how I feel about it personally after talking to Gerard, because Gerard said he would check on it. But then I also asked Gerard about the Reddit guy's post. I told him about the comment. The guy showed me his order. He ordered on March 31st and he got his laptop and my order got canceled. So then Gerard started to backpedal a little bit and say, oh, well, we accidentally canceled your order. We didn't mean to, but there's nothing I can do about it now because I can't control anything in the system and we don't have a way to reorder for you. So you're just gonna have to reorder. I said, well, why can't I reorder now? Oh, well, we can't do that. Okay, so can I get the link early? So he said he would check on that, but he still couldn't explain to me why my order got canceled. So I asked him, why couldn't they just mark my order as delayed? Because they kept telling me they're gonna get new stock on April 18th. And if they're gonna get stock on April 18th, why couldn't they just mark my order as delayed and then just ship me one when they come in? He said their system didn't have the ability to do that. And then I brought up again that the guy on Reddit said his order is marked as delayed right now. Again, I wish I had proof of that, but I don't. So I hope it's true. So you take that as a grain of salt as you will.
All right, so this is the last time I'm going to interrupt with editing. I promise there's only one more section after this, and I've already got it edited, but I wanted to clear something up. When I talked to Gerard on the phone, one, they did refund my money. I don't want anybody to think they didn't refund my money. They did. However, they also did not deny the fact that they sent laptops to people who ordered after I did, laptops that I was supposed to get. They also did not deny that they could have marked it delayed, but they didn't. They just canceled. And all I ever got back in return from them is saying that they would send me a link when they came back in stock so I could order. And they...
Bro, I want the laptop. I don't want my money back. Give me my laptop. But you're telling me I can't get it at the same price. I can't get the link early. You want me to wiggle my pickle for a laptop that may or may not work properly. Damn it, Razer. Damn you to hell. Look, this is a worse
for me. The
thing.
thing is that. Go ahead.
No, this is even worse. I don't even get a chance to use my laptop. My laptop is being hoodwinked by people, and I can't use it. They at least got to use the laptop. At least they could physically feel it. Yes, I'm a Razer detractor, Papa. because Razer laptops that the battery gets bloated, keyboard don't work, trackpad don't work, you have bloatware out of the wazoo. Good. I mean, it has great components, but for $2,000, I'd rather just get myself a Steam Deck for half the damn price and call it a mother effing day. If you are getting a laptop for gaming strictly, get yourself a Steam Deck. If you're going to do work and play, get yourself still get yourself a Steam Deck and get yourself a Chromebook to work on shit. You don't need a $2,000 laptop unless it's gifted to you, which someone would really need to love you and cuddle you like Elmira in Looney Tunes to give you that type of laptop. What say you, Dan? How are you feeling right now about this? Are you a new Razer supporter now?
Hell no. Fuck Razer. So here's the thing, right? As far as like laptops and expensive prices and stuff like that, I don't have a problem with people spending that kind of money getting a laptop. If you want to get yourself a great workstation laptop, you're going to spend a good bit of money on it. Because the thing is, you're buying it all in one. Kind of like if you were buying a high-end gaming computer.
Right.
There's plenty of budget gaming computers you can get that will work great, but some people just need the higher-end stuff to do a lot of like video editing, audio workstation stuff like that. Again, for example, like the MacBook I have is a $2,000 MacBook. Well, would have been 2,000 brand new, and it has a lot of great ports on it. Granted, it sucks to not have USB-A, but I've got so many adapters that it doesn't bother me. It's nice to have USB 4.0, which is really nice, extremely fast. It has Thunderbolt 4, so I just could easily run multiple hard drives off of it. And because the new Mac OS treats every hard drive you have as if it was a native hard drive, I literally could have like 7 terabytes worth of internal storage connected to one NAS deck and then connect that NAS deck to my MacBook, and it would treat it as if it was internal storage. So I don't have to pay Apple's ridiculous upgrades and whatnot. But the point I'm getting at is that it's fine to spend that money, but you got to be wise on who you spend that money with and understand that when you buy a product from them, know the dangers of what could happen when you buy the product. With Apple, you know that you're buying into an ecosystem. So it's not going to necessarily play nice with other devices that are Android based or Windows based. Even though they have certain apps and things that are supposed to, sometimes it just doesn't. That's just the walled garden for you. If you buy a Windows laptop, know that it won't necessarily play well. Again, would you say if you have an iPhone? I know plenty of people who have a Windows laptop who also have an iPhone. And sometimes those two conflict with each other. That's just the nature of the beast with these companies. With Linux, nothing seems to work if you don't know what you're doing. But as you stated before, you don't have, with a lot of gaming laptops, what you're paying for is not necessarily the components. You're paying the markup privilege of some guy in a shop who's not getting paid a whole lot to build it for you and ship it out. And you have to pray to God that, or Jesus Christ, or whoever you believe in, that when you get the laptop, that one UPS or FedEx or whoever they used to ship it didn't play hopscotch with it, or play a good old fashioned American football with it. And two, that when you do get the product up and running, that everything was put together correctly and that it works. As I showed in my previous stream, that you were on, you know that the software, like all your hardware can work just fine, but the software doesn't, you're screwed. And it doesn't matter what you do, it's broken on their end. So you're just kind of SOL'd until they fix it. Make sense?
Makes sense. Makes sense. Let's continue.
Would not guarantee that I would get the link early. They said they could not give me the link earlier before anybody else. So that basically means nothing. I can't get the laptop early, then they're just going to give me the same crap where they say it's sold out and I'm never going to get the laptop at that price. But there is one more thing that happened late last night that I wanted to add to this video. And this is Razer Customer Advocacy on Reddit. DM'd me late last night. He said, we came across your post and we'd like to check out your canceled order. So he asked me for my order number, incident number. And I also told him, I have proof that you guys shipped out the laptops that were ordered a month after me. And he said, we've notified our VIP team. I was like, I've already talked to the VIP team and they didn't do anything for me. They just kept repeating the same thing over and over. He said, that's noted. And we've already tapped our leads together to check and see if there's something they can do or any alternatives for your case. So please keep an eye on your inbox. Okay. Well, I just got an email like 2 hours ago while I was eating dinner. Just ignore all this junk, that they actually sent me another email. Said, once again, we sincerely apologize for your inconvenience that this may have caused. As mentioned, we assure that we will honor the same price. But once again, it says we are unable to provide you a link in advance. So it doesn't mean anything. You can give me a link all day that says I'm gonna get that price. But if I don't get it before the rest of the world and you post it on social media, you're just gonna keep telling me they're sold out and I'm never gonna get a laptop. That's how I feel about it. And so this crap where this guy says, oh, keep an eye on your email for updates. Like, they didn't tell me anything. Like, they literally just said, they sent me another message with the same exact thing they've already told me. So this guy, just useless. So let's just go to the last part of the video. Overall, I'm just super frustrated with Razer because now I can't order any 50 series laptops. All the 50 series laptops with the 5070 Ti or higher GPUs with either mini LED or OLED screens at 240 Hertz monitors, they're all sold out or not available right now, and I can't get them. And so I've been waiting for over a month to get a new laptop, and because I thought I had one secured with my pre-order, I can't order one now. So please, if you watch to the end of this video, comment, like, help me out, share this with somebody, maybe it'll go viral.
See, when you're a big YouTuber, things kind of break your way. And granted, he did get the laptop. Let me show you. Razer update.
So Razer's canceling laptop pre-orders from February. It's been a few months, but I can finally update you guys on what happened. After my TikTok and my Reddit went pretty viral, someone from Razer's team reached out to me on Instagram. I was finally able to get the situation resolved. But before we go any further, I want you to understand Razer's not paying me anything, and I had to pay for the laptop myself. Yes, I got the laptop. They sent me my own private link to pay, which is what I thought should have been done in the first place when the order was canceled on their end by mistake. They also promised me that everyone else who was in the same situation as me would also get their laptop orders fixed. So I thought that was a win for everybody and a W from Razer. So I did still buy the laptop and spend $3,000 of my hard-earned money on this laptop. So let me know what you want to see it do.
There's a lot of variations in people, but this one has a captive washer, but it's an elongated washer because if you look at the size of the
So he got that. So are you happy that Razer did the thing? Tim's? Mr. Tim's.
All right, now it should be working.
Okay, good.
There we go. Now it's working. I had a slight bug because I was installing like a piece of beta software, and it required me to boot up OBS to get it working. For some reason, it hijacked the microphone.
Oh my gosh! So what?
Which it shouldn't have been hijacking anything. Period.
So what do you think about Razer?
So I gotta fix that later.
So what do you think of Razer giving him his laptop finally. You have full. You have full belief in Razer?
Oh my god. This is why I despise companies like this so much. This is why I despise them, because they knew what they were doing. They knew it the moment the moment he started posting about it and it was gaining traction. They knew that they were going to get hammered hard, so that's why they did what they did. They knew it, and that's why I despise them so fucking much. I really do. This is the most bullshitty thing. This is why I hate buying Windows laptops, and I hate buying from Windows, like companies in general. I just fucking hate it. I hate it so much. A lot of people tell me, "Well, Apple's shitty." No, yeah, no, that's
But remember,
bullshit. And you
folks,
know it. Literally, with Apple, if they don't have it in stock, they tell you they don't have it in stock, and you can't buy it. You can pre-order stuff, right? But if it's in stock, it's in stock, and you can buy it. Now, if you say you try to buy it from an Apple store and it doesn't have it in stock, they tell you they can ship you the laptop, and you can have it shipped to the store and pick it up at the store if you want. And that's why I fucking I hate Windows laptops so bad like that, and especially when it comes to fucking companies like Razer. Razer is the worst. They are the worst. They're worse than Asus. They're worse than NZXT. NZXT literally had a scam going on that they're getting sued for, and just Razer's worse. And like, you can call me a detractor all day long. You can say that I'm just some Windows hater that doesn't know what he's talking about. You saw the evidence firsthand. This is pretty obvious. It's just bullshit. This is bullshit. This is like, I swear to you, and like, what was it? Not Luna. Suki said it last time. I don't know why I call her. I keep calling her Luna for some fucking reason. I don't know why. And I gotta stop calling people who they are, what they're not. I mean, I got a bad habit of doing that. Like, I'll just make up names for people and go, well, that's your name now, whether you like it or not. Like Suki said last night on my live stream as we were ending, that she honestly believes that Razer's ran by RTU's long lost twin brother. Because honestly, I would not be surprised. Honestly, this is reminding me of Artesian Builds. Do you remember that story?
Remind me.
I'm sorry, you cut out for me. What did you say?
Remind me.
Artesian Builds was the one that had that creator who wanted to be a famous streamer, and that's why he started a PC company that was sponsored by Intel. And one of his small-time streamers who only had like 2,000 people all together following her across multiple platforms won a contest where they did a random drawing to see who would win a free computer. And because she, quote-unquote, didn't meet the obligations that she had, even though she did, the rules to the giveaway, she met all the rules. He made up a new rule that because you didn't have enough followers, that you weren't allowed to have the PC. And when she posted about it, everybody and their brother, from Gamers Nexus to Mudahar from Somewhere in Gamers, covered it, because that's where the line's like, ooh, and there's the WeWo. Because you have to be sponsored by a company, which is sponsored by Intel. Thank you, Intel. Fucking wow. And then the guy made like the world's shittiest apology and said that he misunderstood what was happening and that he would do, quote unquote, better in the future or something like that. And his company was in $20 million of debt. He went from making $20 million a year for the first 2 years the company was alive to being in over $20 million of debt because he kept buying fucking boats and stupid shit that his company didn't need it. instead of buying graphics cards that they needed and CPUs that they needed and RAM that they needed and power supplies they needed, like the pieces that they needed to build the computers. Instead, he was spending on it on fucking new yachts. Because, you know, nothing says I'm responsible like buying a new yacht when my company is in $20 million of debt. Just what the fuck?
Artesian build.
Artesian Builds, that's the name. You can find the videos. They're old videos, but it reminds me a hell of a lot of what that company was like. Just absolutely reminds me. It's why I just despise them so fucking much. Like, it's garbage.
Yeah, take a look at this. Oh.
Like once or every other week or so.
Every other week? Twice a month?
Yeah, it depends. Maybe sometimes twice in a day, but then not reliably. And unfortunately, the follower count is extremely flat. Yeah, no, that's a no. Less than 1 follower gained per day. That's gonna be a no from us, dog. Showing very low activity ratings. And CCV also would be 50, a floor of 50 as our CCV floor.
These babies.
Oh, and there's the reroll. Here's the reason, chatter babies. Here's the reason. This person has 3 months of ambassadorship and not a single click.
Ooh, not a single click.
Not a single click. Not even once.
A little rough. So it sounds
Purged.
So they're re-rolling.
This is an ambassador giveaway, and you've got to be.
And you will do it.
All followers combined, still under 5K, even across multiple socials. I was trying to be generous. That's a tough one.
Because there's bound to be repeats if you're in both.
I know. That's also true. Let's go into the analytics dashboard. Spicy.
I didn't even read the name.
2K followers is under my threshold. 3 days ago is within my threshold. Long streams, which is good. An Artesian builds, div panel. See if you have redeeming qualities.
What happened if he's personally bought 10 PCs?
She.
I guess
Could be international.
No idea who you're looking.
I obviously.
I'm over here.
No, not international. America. Cheap shipping.
No, it just means they don't have to pay for shipping.
Thank goodness.
Got from Australia.
Active
Nice.
Media.
So Australians will potentially have to pay like duties, for example. I think it's worth it.
Okay, this will be a good thing to watch. Just to break it down.
Artesian was created to sell 3D printing props for video games, but quickly started selling full PC builds in 2017, before incorporating as Artesian builds in 2018. Noah Katz, the CEO, took over $1 million of investment from his family and quickly grew the business from a couple $1 million a year turnover to over $20 million in what is an incredibly competitive industry. Whether it was him or the family that steered the ship to success is unknown, but whoever it was clearly had a talent for growing a business that relied on social media marketing. So how exactly did the same CEO set the entire business on fire and declare bankruptcy with millions of dollars in liabilities in July of 2022? Greed, narcissism, and arrogance. This is the story of Noah Katz's obsession with becoming a famous social media influencer. In this industry, the profit margins are relatively thin due to the nature of PC parts having a fixed price, labor being the bottleneck for shipping builds, and physical space being required for operation. There are hundreds of competitors, all capable of doing exactly what you are doing, and fighting for the market share of people who want a new, often expensive PC, but lack the knowledge or time to build one themselves, and that means you need to stand out amongst your peers, and that's exactly what Artesian Builds did. They noticed the trend of social media marketing, particularly on the Twitch platform, which is the perfect demographic for the product, and began recruiting as many streamers as they could to the cause. Where other companies in this field would offer affiliate deals to bigger creators only, those who would bring in some money, Artesian Builds would offer deals to almost anybody. Of course, they would also go after the bigger creators, offering them a larger percentage cut, as well as their own custom-built computers, but other companies were doing that as well. What made them different is that they were just offering it to everyone. I've talked about the predatory nature of companies that will seek you out as a brand new streamer or YouTuber with a life-changing opportunity, only to sign you up to a contract gulag in a few videos, so I won't labour the point too much. But for the purposes of this video, what is affiliate marketing and why did this really matter? It's the equivalent of getting a face tattoo with a QR code, hoping people in public see it, scan your face, and buy the product, which would generate you a few % in return. What the company hopes is that you will sign your terrible contract and lock up for years, and then if you get big, they will essentially generate infinite revenue from you. If you don't, then there was an infinite upside. They further played into this marketing tactic by live streaming themselves, encouraging affiliates to show up, bring their audience, and participate in giveaways. Using these tactics amongst others, they went from an obscure business that was dwarfed by the competition to being one of the biggest in the industry in just a couple of years. Noah Katz and Artesian Builds were incredibly successful, so much so they had to open a second warehouse, both of which being located in the United States, one on the East Coast and the other in California, which would service the West Coast customers, as well as Noah Katz's personal interests. But that's enough about the rise of Artesian Builds. The fall is much more interesting. I never personally caught the live streams of Artesian Builds, as I had nothing to do with them, nor am I in the market for their product, but I have spent some hours reviewing the live stream videos from weeks or months before the company imploded. I'd describe it as odd. The CEO of the company would frequently be on the live streams, though it appeared he was there to represent himself, Noah Katz, and not Artesian Builds. He wanted to be the center of the show, be the entertainer, much like the streamers he sponsored to promote the Artesian Builds brand. To me, it seems Noah Katz saw himself as an equal to these big streamers that have the hundreds of thousands of fans, and he wasn't just sponsoring them for marketing, he was sponsoring them so he could speak to them and be seen with them. I believe he saw himself as an influencer and was operating his business to that end. On the outside, Artesian Builds was a big company that was growing every year, doing incredibly well. The marketing was on point, the brand was in front of the right eyeballs to generate sales, and they were shipping close to 1,000 PC builds a month. On the inside, the company was an absolute wreck. According to Gamers Nexus, who released a video on July 12th chronicling their investigation into the collapse of Artesian Builds, the East and West Coast warehouses were working against each other, or at least in principle. The East Coast branch had 1 employee for every 2.5 employees on the Western counterpart, and yet was shipping 10 PCs for every 1 PC the West was building. On top of that, the rate at which the PC builds were returned were alarmingly high for the West Coast studio, with it being close to 10%, whereas less than 1% on the East Coast. Both branches operated under different management. The COO ran the East, and the CEO, Noah Katz, ran the West. So with almost 3 times as many employees, 10% of the work, and 10 times as many failures, he was running the business into the ground on his own from the West Coast studio. Considering he'd grown the business to the current state for years, it's hard to imagine.
How do you have more employees on the West Coast? You have 10% return when the East is less with 1%, which is like margin of error. How is someone he looks both douchey and incompetent? I don't know how he got lucky to get all this money, I swear, bro. But let's continue.
Imagine he was just incompetent, and it looks more like he was disinterested in the operation, more so fixated on becoming famous. He didn't want to be the CEO of a PC building service, he wanted to be the streamer. If this was a publicly traded company, Noah Katz would likely have been outed for derelict of fiduciary responsibilities. Because it was private, he was allowed to do whatever he wanted. If it was just neglecting the business, that would have been one thing, but Noah was also incorporating underhanded tactics to the marketing. When Artesian Builds backed themselves a new creator of moderate size, they would run a live stream building the computer for said creator. He would heavily push the streamer to raid or host the Artesian Builds Twitch channel while the build was happening live, essentially sending their most loyal followers over to that channel to watch. This is where shit gets a little bit wild. They would then suggest that the viewers gift subscriptions at $5 a pop to the channel, stating the more subscriptions that were gifted, the better they would make the PC. Essentially give us money to upgrade the PC for the creator you're here to support. The implication there being if you don't gift subs, your streamer gets a worse computer and it's your fault, but give us money and we'll make it better. This all came to light when shit truly hit the fan, during one of their monthly live streams where Noah would be in the studio interacting with the community, building what they called the Ambassador giveaway PC, as well as other goods to give away for the general audience. They took the entire list of affiliates in the pool, anyone who'd signed an official contract with them and became an ambassador, and did a live raffle to see who would win this computer. This didn't go to plan, at least not for Noah.
Oh, and there's the reroll. And unfortunately, the follower count is extremely flat. Yeah, no, this is an ambassador giveaway.
Just in case we don't understand what's going on here, the CEO of the company is publicly talking down about one of their partners who won the draw, disqualifying them from the giveaway that they were entered into without any qualifying analytics being listed for said giveaway, which many people more familiar with the raffle laws have claimed could be illegal, since the rules were not upfront and instead only came when he decided the creator had not done enough sales to warrant winning the giveaway. Which I will just say, if you want to limit your giveaway to only those who earn you money, you're more than welcome to do so in my eyes. You are a business after all, you don't run for free. The issue is you must make that qualification from the outset and not on the spot as it suits you, especially when publicly talking down about another person who's supposed to be your partner, or as you call them, an ambassador. It just came off as disgraceful, arrogant behaviour and was recognised as such from the public. After this happened, the creator in question took to Twitter, letting people know that they were upset over how Noah talked about them in their stream. At that point, the internet decided to air their dirty laundry about a company that they were just putting up with until now, for one reason or another. Creators came out to explain their experience with the company, and none of it was good. Some going as far to explain how the computer they were sent, that was supposed to be top of the line, was useless, to the point they didn't use them at all. Which does make me question why they were then okay with continuing the business relationship, knowing their audience might get a dud of a computer. But I do understand contractually maybe that might have been possible or prudent to deal with at the time. It came out that this didn't just happen once or to one person, even on that live stream. It happened to multiple people, where Noah would disqualify them and talk down about their analytics. Which begs the question, why do you have them in the giveaway in the first place? And the answer to that question is the free marketing that they would produce. Everything went very downhill from here. Intel, who was an official partner of Artesian Builds, posted publicly that they were reaching out to relevant parties to, quote, address the situation, which is never what you want to hear from a partner as big as Intel for a PC builder. Noah decided it best that while the building around him was collapsing, he would hop on Twitter real quick to add fuel to the fire. Now, all of these tweets I'm about to go over have of course been deleted, as anybody with half an ounce of common sense could read that they were what we call a non-apology that couldn't have come off worse if you challenged him to try, but they read as follows. Hello, Twitter sphere. I'm really sorry for the way we did parts of the giveaway today. We've given a lot of people a lot of awesome free tech, and that's not going to stop. If you want to talk, I'm here. That's kind of the point of being live so much. Which doesn't read as an apology at all. It essentially says we've given people lots of stuff, so it's okay. He then contradicts how the giveaway operated in his second tweet, stating, quote, everyone in the affiliate/ambassador program is eligible to get awesome free stuff and earn money from referrals. Which was clearly not true, since the reason this whole issue occurred in the first place was due to his disqualification of a creator who is, or at least was, in the ambassador program. So I guess he should have said, you are eligible to earn some stuff that I personally decide you're worthy of being given based on how much money you make me. Which again, is more than fair if you qualify that beforehand. The last of the 4 tweets ended in the best possible way. The easy way is to not be there for you, but I've been there for years. I haven't done much of anything else. I love interacting with you all, and I feel terrible that anyone didn't enjoy the process today. Feel free.
This man has a
So there's a lot to unpack there that kind of brushed over a little bit. So let me explain. So here's the reason why there was a ton of more employees over in the West Wing of the company versus the East, because the West oversaw the building of all the pro PCs. So basically, the way he ran it was that if you were an influencer, right? Let's say Artesian Builds approaches me because I have 1 million followers on Twitch and I've got 500,000 on Kick and another 250,000 on YouTube, and I multi-stream off of a halfway decent PC, and I need a really nice one, right? And they want to do a business deal with me because there's a ton of eyes that will now suddenly see their product and go, well, this guy uses it, so why wouldn't I buy it from them? So he would have the PCs built over in the west side of the company. the thing he didn't bring up from Gamers Nexus is that Gamers Nexus showed that a lot of the products were horribly built. So they would have to be shipped over to the east side of the United States, where the other side of the company sat, to be redone and rebuilt and cable managed in order to make sure the PC was properly built, and then it would be shipped over to the streamer. A lot of the products were not built right in the west side, so it had to be shipped over to the east side to be ensured that the product was built correctly, which caused a ton, and I mean a ton of issues. Just, it was bad. It was really bad. And so that's where a lot of the heavy expenses came from, was the constant shipping, because they would ship by freight. They wouldn't ship by just regular UPS and everything. When it shipped from the west to the east coast. That was one of the major issues that led to the company having a ton, and I mean a ton, of problems. And that was just part of it. The other thing is, because he had such a massive ego, he thought that he cultivated a environment of anger and frustration and hatred, because he made the COO, the Chief Operations Officer, feel like a jackass. Basically, that's what he basically did. And so he had this cultivating war that the west side was better than the east side, when the COO begged him to work with him, because he was one of his best friends, to work together. That it was okay to have healthy competition, but what he was doing was making the company worse. That's a lot of stuff that was kind of just glossed over, that shouldn't be glossed over, because a lot of that is a lot of the big reasons why the company basically went under. Does that make sense?
I get you. That was a great deep dive. Great deep dive. Okay, let's finish.
Bishop. For ideas on how to improve. And he's right, he hadn't done much of anything else other than speedrunning his company to complete failure, because this was the beginning of the problems for Artesian Builds in terms of the public eye, but they had been in trouble for quite a while. Their business license had been suspended due to apparent tax evasion, and all they really had left was their positive public perception, which was actually really good at this time. That is until Noah decided to single-handedly destroy it on a live stream and then double down on Twitter repeatedly before deleting everything and going radio silent. Almost all of their partners, their ambassadors, the content creators that they used to build their platform, jumped ship. They didn't want the negative stigma of sticking with a company that was outed for exploiting their peers, and this was just fuel on the already raging inferno that was hidden behind Noah Katz's live streams. Every day new damning information was coming out, DMs from employees as well as internal memos and emails circulating, exposing the dire circumstances that was the Artesian Builds business and working at the business. Noah Katz had frozen the accounts, meaning employees were not going to be paid for their work during that month, nor would they be able to buy parts for the builds that had already been paid for by customers or process refunds for cancelled or returned orders. There was even an attempted mutiny, with said employees appealing to the board of directors to out Noah Katz as the CEO for his, quote, devastating actions, lack of leadership, and toxic reputation that he'd fostered. This, of course, failed, which is probably for the best considering the financial state of the business. At this point, things went quiet and most people forgot about this cursed company. They did, however, in June of 2022, file for bankruptcy, and this is where things start to enter the territory of sucking for everyone involved, and not just the CEO being punished for being a bit of a tosser. According to the bankruptcy filings of the Artesian Builds business, they'd been robbing Peter to pay Paul. They had taken in close to $1.4 million worth of orders from customers, but not shipped out those PC builds, while only having around $900,000 of equipment in inventory. What this means is that they were broke, and they were using new order money to build old PCs that had been paid for months ago, while constantly running up heavier debt and a larger backlog. This was in part due to the graphics card shortage, having hundreds of builds sitting around waiting for cards to ship, but mostly down to poor management. The only solution to this problem would be an influx of cash from somewhere to clear all prior builds, or they would just continue to chase their tail month on month until money ran out. It seems the Artesian Builds East Coast branch was carrying the entire business. Meanwhile, Noah Katz was burning through money to satiate his own vision that wasn't at all in line with operating the business he'd built. The livestream fail and subsequent Twitter meltdown no doubt sped up the timeline of the business collapsing, but it was already circling the drain. There are now hundreds, perhaps thousands of customers who are stuck at the back of a very long queue in the bankruptcy proceedings. People who sent in their faulty machines, people who cancelled builds, people who sent in builds for refunds, people who bought computers to be built, they're all going to get nothing or close to nothing. There will be people that pay thousands of dollars for a machine, waited months, and now will be told their money is simply gone. The business has about $3 million in liabilities that need to be paid back, and only about $1 million of assets or inventory, which is currently being auctioned off to cover what they can. And the customers will probably be at the back of that line. After all, according to the books, there is $1.2 million of liability from, quote, family loans. The customers who trusted this company got fucked. The creators who affiliated themselves got fucked. The employees, they definitely got fucked. And while it might be better in the long term that another bad actor in the industry goes away permanently, it still means in the short term, a lot of people had to pay the price without being at all responsible for anything in this situation. So while his business was burning around him, Noah Katz was playing the influencer on Twitch, trying to be the star of his own little show. In doing so, he likely neglected his duties as CEO, and certainly put the final nails in the coffin of his once successful business. Noah is apparently working through multiple lawsuits and may be in the process of changing his name. This is the classic cursed monkey paw. I wish to be famous. Now you are, Noah, famous for ruining an incredibly successful business for your pursuit of said fame.
Ripperdelphia.
I'm not... An open world massive...
No, fuck you. Ripperdelphia. Alright. Final thoughts then. What do you think?
This is the thing about the company and what had happened. A lot of people don't understand that it wasn't just a company went under. We're talking thousands of employees suddenly had no job. Just now, all of a sudden, these people no longer have a job. They no longer have a place to work. And it's just sad. It's legitimately sad. Although, fortunately, a couple people like XQC and Moist Critical helped step up to start a new company, which was called Phoenix Gaming PCs, if I'm not mistaken. Which is they manufacture the PCs from the East Wing that used to be Artesian Builds. Artesian Builds is now called something else, and they have like thousands of lawsuits from multiple different companies. And a lot of the people who gave the money to him were his parents. His parents gave him the money to run the company. So they're one of the first big creditors that are going to get paid. And here's the thing. Again, he skipped over this. Gamers Nexus talked about it. Multiple employees had to spend thousands of dollars to buy GPUs, Scout GPUs, during the pandemic. For example, one lady from Bryn, her PayPal right now is under £3,000 negative, which is almost $4,000 US. She is that much in debt because she paid that money to buy 2 GPUs that were needed to go send the builds out. Which, by the way, those PCs are currently sitting in the warehouse to be sold after the lawsuits are over with and the debt and the liquidity paid off. In the meantime, all that stuff's locked up in the building. Yeah, real lovely. Because Katz decided to tell PayPal that she actually had stole the money from him. Yes, you heard that right. You heard that right. I said that right.
Yes.
Oh, but she's not the only one. She's not the only. If you thought you hated this guy before, oh, fucking boy. Oh, boy. He is literally the... If you thought Donald Trump was bad, Donald Trump ain't got nothing on this fucking guy. This fucking guy is the worst. He makes Donald Trump look like St. Paul. And that's fucking saying something. He literally makes St. Paul. He makes Donald Trump look like fucking St. Paul. I don't know how else to put it.
But in this particular case, I was able to show
So
it.
fucked
That's
up.
the reinforcement that I talked about. Mike took
And
it
the
out
fact of
of
the matter is,
car,
Katz doesn't care.
driving the car. He just
Matter of fact, when Gamers Nexus was talking about it, he was going to sue Gamers Nexus over it. And Steve challenged him on the lawsuit. Guess who didn't sue Gamers Nexus?
Owner loves it. He did really well.
Ah.
Some local shows. Like I said, we're going
They got big fat gas. Fucking useless cunt waffle.
So there you go, folks. That is
Damn.
That's
Bro,
what he is. A useless fucking cunt waffle.
he looks like one.
It pisses me off. It pisses me off that he got away with what he did. That he was able to do what he. That and just people just. And the fact that he will not face any real criminal punishment. By the way, he will never face criminal punishment. So he fucking scot-free got away with it. Like fucking wow. Just wow. It's like tell me the system's not corrupt without telling me the system's not corrupt. This is all fucking bullshit.
Well,
Bullshit.
Mr. Den of Tims, you have provided some outstanding content, some outstanding insight, and just your overall just outstanding, sir. I want to thank you so much for coming in and just providing all of that goodness. Quick question. If you don't mind, can you tell people where they can follow you and watch your greatness on your own?
Yeah, you can find me everywhere at the Dinatim Studios. And I'm talking everywhere. Twitch, well, not Twitch, because I don't use Twitch. Fuck Twitch. Twitch could literally burn in hell as far as I care. But you can find me on Kick. You can find me on Instagram. Find me here on YouTube. You can find me everywhere at the Den of Tim's Studios. That's give me a second. That's THEDEN OFTIMBS TSUDIO.
Look how quick they're leaving.
Den of Tim Studios.
Perfect. Guys, I also put his YouTube channel in my description. You have a wonderful night, Tims, and we'll talk later. Okay. Thank you, Tims, for coming by. But please, guys, if you can, like, share, subscribe, super chat, super things, super everything. You guys are all blessed.